Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Donna and I'm gonna go through Etsy SEO basics and how to get found in the Etsy search. So if you're brand new to Etsy, maybe you've started listing a few things and you're getting a little bit stuck on how you're gonna get found, this is the video to watch today. So first things first, what is Etsy SEO? Bit of a mouthful. So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. In simple terms, it's how Etsy decides which listings to show when a shopper types something in that search bar. So you've probably been on Etsy, you've seen the big search bar at the top. Whatever is typed into that, that's where it kind of figures out who it shows what listings. So it uses things like your product titles, your keywords, your tags, your descriptions, to figure out if you're the possible match for the shopper. So it's really important when you're doing an Etsy listing to make sure that you fill out all of that information. So why Etsy SEO matters? So a few good reasons. It means that you get more visibility, more clicks means more sales. So the higher you rank, the more likely shoppers will buy from you. So that's what you basically want to do. So think about it. When you're on Etsy, how often do you scroll to page 5 on an Etsy search results? Probably hardly ever. So it's really important to try and get your listings onto the first few pages because that's where the traffic is. It's exactly the same as a Google search. The more closer to the top you are, the more visible you get. So how does it work? So I'm going to do a quick crash course on how Etsy search actually works. So relevance. So that's the top one. These are your keywords and your tags, which match what the buyers are typing. Then you have the listing quality. So think about, do you have clear photos, strong reviews, complete descriptions? All of this really matters. The quality of your images really matters as well. So if someone's clicking on something and it is pixelated, they will come off quite quickly. Customer experience and market experience. So Etsy prefers shops with great service, a tip, free shipping if you can, or build it into your cost of your listing. Impacts basically the customer experience and will get you ranked a lot higher. So try and build it into your price so people feel like they're getting something for, the delivery's free and it feels amazing. They don't have that extra cost because that makes customers happy and Etsy too. Freshness is really important as well. So newer or recently updated listings tend to get a bit of a boost. It's usually, I think, around about 5 days. So what I tend to say is every month, have a little review of all your listings and think, is there any keywords that I can change? Is there any tags that I can change? Is there any pieces of information I can add to it? Extra videos, extra photos, any of that. Think about adding that into a schedule or plan it in your diary each month. Do that kind of like check almost. You can also check on Etsy, how many people have clicked onto your products and that type of thing. So it's worth doing like basically an audit every month just to see how things are going. Keyword research 101. So this is a really important aspect of SEO. Keywords are essential to Etsy. They're essential to Google as well. So the first step to great SEO is your solid keyword research. So always think, what would my ideal customer type into the Etsy search bar to find this? So what would they put in to get what you do? What products you're selling? If it's digital or it's a physical item, what would they type in? Think about it. Write it down. Think about your types of customers. Start by going onto the Etsy search bar, right? And type in certain words, keywords, and see what pops up. It's really important to do this research and see what comes up when the specific terms are typed into that search bar. There are really some useful tools out there. So look at eRank, Marmalade, and Everbee. These are the 3 top tools out there to help you find your keywords. It's just a really good starting point. You need to make sure that your keywords are introduced into a lot of the stuff that you're doing. Also, check your competitors' listings. So, for example, you sell candles, look around. What is everyone using in their headings? What are they using in their descriptions? Look at the types of keywords and start writing them down. Make a list. It's really, really important to make those lists and do this research before you start your Etsy, or while you're doing it, to refresh everything. Do this part. Really, really, really important part. You need to then look at optimizing your titles. So your product title is one of the most powerful ranking factors out there. But your most important keyword, you put it right at the beginning. So for example, in this example, it's boho printable wall art. Boho is a very unique word, but it's very clear, and a lot of people will look for that term boho because it's a type of style. So it's really important to put that right at the front, at the beginning of it, because that's what Etsy is looking for. It's looking through all of them. But as soon as it sees boho, it's like, right, yeah, that's interesting. That's what this person is looking for. Make sure it's clear and readable. It's very obvious what they're clicking on. So there's an example below: boho printable wall art dash neutral living room decor dash digital download. So that tells me it's going to be neutral, it's a wall art, it's printable, and it's a digital download. Those are the 4 keywords that I have picked out from that title. Then when you're creating your Etsy listings, at this point, you would have seen this box saying tags. And this is kind of a bit of a tricky one, because some of the time you're like looking at it going, what do I say about a digital download? I don't know what to put in there. Well, this is the thing. This is why we say do your keyword research earlier, because when you come to this part, you're not going to be as baffled, in all honesty. So there's an example here. So bear design. As you can see, there's different sort of abbreviations of it. So obviously it's a bag of some kind. In it, basically, you've got cute cartoon bear illustration. Bear is actually integrated into quite a few of those tags, because those are the things that people will look for. Like, what's on here? A playful bear art bag. That could be something someone types in into that search bar. So it's really important to use all 13 tags, because that means you're spread across different things that people are looking for. Use long tail phrases. So this is 3 words, if you can, and try and do a mix of a matched title keywords. It's really important just to add all of those various ones in. So when you go, for example, on the boho one as well, we've just seen as well, you would probably choose boho wall art. You'd probably try and use some of the keywords from the title as well into the tags if you can. It does have a character cutoff, so you just got to be aware of that as well. But do your research, see what everyone else is kind of typing in, try those tools, and this will help you with the tag side of things. When it comes to your products, descriptions and your attributes, this is where you put all the key information. So you're going to want to use your relevant keywords. You need to focus on explaining the product and who it's for, why it benefits them. So put in all the key information, like the size, the material, the color, and this will help as well. But be really informative and helpful, and be really specific, because what will happen is if you aren't specific enough, and say, for example, someone orders this product, spoons, and you're not clear that it's actually 3 spoons they're going to get instead of, say, 5, and they're going to complain, and then that will lead to a bad review. So everything has an impact. The more clearer you are, the more informative you are, the more useful you will be to your customers. So there are a few things that you can do to improve your Etsy rankings. So first of all, you can regularly update your titles and tags, which I have mentioned, especially if a product isn't performing. So that's why I say monthly audits. Gently encourage happy customers to leave positive reviews and put those reviews on your social media as well. So if you are trying to grow your Etsy store, it's really important to try and get everyone going into your store from other sources. So you can have an Instagram page is always a really good one, especially for Etsy kind of products. And share your reviews, show people why the product's good, that type of thing, and include that on there. But yeah, reach out to customers. Don't be afraid to ask for positive reviews or how someone did, how did they like the product. Make sure that you invest in clear, bright photos. People's first point of view, first impression when they open your Etsy listing, we're like, oh, that's a really cool bag or a candle for a picture. So if your picture is really high quality, got a great background, and it's really obvious what they're getting, then it really impacts your sales. Offer free shipping. I did say previously, it is a really good benefit, and Etsy will prioritize these listings over ones where you pay shipping. So you can just include that in the cost. That's what most people do. And lastly, share on social media. It's really important to be very active on there. Like I said, the more people you can get coming into your Etsy store, the better. And finally, I'm just going to cover this one because this is really important. These are the most common SEO mistakes to avoid. So, keyword stuffing is a thing. It's actually a Google thing as well. It means you're putting too many keywords into the titles. So you've probably got a list of, say, 13 keywords, right? And somebody will try and stick every single keyword they can think of from this list into the title, and it will be too much. So this is called keyword stuffing. Leaving those tag slots empty. So use all 13 tags. It's essential that you use them. Don't waste any potential opportunities to reaching different people. Ignoring Etsy attributes is a big one. People tend to just don't do it, or they put the wrong information in and stuff like that. Make sure that it's accurate, the information you're putting in. Next one is not researching keywords. Like I've said previously, do keyword researching. It doesn't have to take you long. There are plenty of tools out there that will help you, and look at your competitors. By doing this, it will help you in the long run. So if you're not making sales and you don't know why, and then you find out, say, in 6 months' time why you've not had a sale, it's because of your keywords, you'll be kicking yourself, in all honesty. And lastly, using irrelevant tags just to fill space. So make sure the tags that you're using are the ones that you should be using. Don't just throw it in the word yellow when the thing isn't yellow. Do you know what I mean? Don't just throw it in there for the space, for the sake of it. If you are struggling, I would say try AI tools. There are plenty out there that can help generate some ideas for you, but choose the right ones for your sort of Etsy listing. So don't forget to subscribe, turn your notifications on. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've taken a lot from this, and I really hope that your Etsy store starts to improve. Get keyword researching. Make sure your listing is top notch with all the descriptions. Be really informative. There is loads of tools out there to help you write those descriptions, to help you figure out the tags. So utilize them where you can, and you will see your sales grow massively.